Hello and welcome to the Caymanas Park Highlight Show. This week we'll recap select races from Saturday, February 4 as well as Sunday, February 5. 19 races were contested over the 2 days. Saturday's feature race was the Eileen Cliggott Memorial Trophy, while the main event on Sunday was the 7th race. Let's begin the recap of this weekend's racing with race 2 from Saturday. This was a 1600-meter claiming event for 3-year-olds and up. Champion trainer Jason DaCosta Sir John was the overall favorite with jockey Robert Halladine in the saddle.
They're off and racing. Caymanas steps a bit slow. Going for that lead on the outside, that's Sir John. High Diplomacy hustled up right there too. So John and High Diplomacy. High Diplomacy brings them to the 7, just the leader from Sir John on the outside. Then comes Azaria racing in third. As they go towards the 6 furlong point, the war up front continues. High Diplomacy on the rail. Sir John on the outside, passing the 6. They're 3 lengths in front of Azaria. Right against the rail, that's Caymanas recovering. Then comes another bullet, 2 lengths away before we come to the trailing pair of Angelus, and on the inside, Pero it is. They're past the 5, and Sir John narrowly as the lead. High Diplomacy is right there for company. Then comes recovering Caymanas going down into third. Right there in fourth, that's Azaria. Behind Azaria, as they pass the 4 furlong point, that's another bullet tailing off a bit, Angelus, and way at the back of the field, Pero it is. They're heading towards the 3, and it is Sir John with that lead, going on now by 2 lengths, maybe 3, from High Diplomacy, still chasing in second. Then comes Caymanas racing in third. Azaria comes next. Then comes another bullet. They're coming at the top of the lane, and Sir John telling this field goodbye at the top of the lane, about 3-4 lengths in front. Still on the rail, that's High Diplomacy coming out and looking purposeful. That is Caymanas coming on, Azaria also coming on, but it's still in front and making the running. Sir John in front. Sir John still keeping on, and Sir John is still in front of. Here comes Caymanas, hustled up by the rider. It's still Sir John hanging on from Caymanas. Sir John turning back the challenge of Caymanas, and I think this is the second for Robert Halladine. Sir John wins. Caymanas is second. Azaria is third. Then comes High Diplomacy in fourth.
The heavily backed Sir John beats the second favorite Caymanas by 3 lengths. Azaria finished in third. High Diplomacy had to settle for fourth. Saturday's third event was a restricted allowance race for 4-year-olds and up. The distance, 1,820 meters, or otherwise dubbed the Spectator's Treat, Lion of Ekati, was the 1-2 favorite.
Field in line and sent off for the third, 1,820 meters. A surety came off just a bit slow. Fly Messenger Fly comes away running with Cotterwood Cathy the Grey as they're about to enter the clubhouse turn with a mile to run. Fly Messenger Fly cuts the corner. Cotterwood Cathy coming up to make eye contact as they charge now toward the 7. 3 lengths back to Salute the Deputy. 4-5er a length and a tail in behind him. Slam races another length back, running in 5th as they charge past the 7 and enter the back stretch. Land of Ekati and a surety share last. They're moving away now toward the final 6 furlongs, and the grey Cotterwood Cathy sets the splits by a length and a nose-tickling tail. Fly Messenger Fly in second. Salute the Deputy another length down, all running easily at the moment. A break of some 3.5 lengths to 4-5er running the rail. Slam right alongside, a gap of 4 or more to Land of Ekati in the green on the rail and a surety on the outside. They lead the 5. They head away now toward the half mile in this, the third event. And the Cotterwood Cathy continues to lead, but not so far. Salute the Deputy now pulls alongside as they arrive at the half mile. Fly Messenger Fly stoked up for more run, needing to find 3 lengths to get to the lead. As Slam is now beginning to progress on the outside as they lead the 7/16. 4-5er needs to find 6, maybe more. 3 lengths back to a surety, and Land of Ekati struggling a long way at the back. They've left the 3/8. They make their way now toward the final 5/16, and it is Salute the Deputy and Trevor Simpson OD out in front, and they've slipped away, or so it seems. Fly Messenger flies 5 or 6 lengths back and under the pump in second. 4-5er is in the center toward the outside, that Slam, but it's Salute the Deputy continuing to hold that lead and now getting cracks of the right hand stick as Trevor becomes a busy man arriving at the furlong pole. Can they catch this Salute the Deputy? He's making sure they can't. He switches the stick quickly to the left hand and wants more run as 4-5er begins to nibble at the lead. Fly Messenger flies left back as they charge up, but it's all over. Salute the Deputy will win by 4 or more, maybe 5. 4-5er is second. Fly Messenger Fly third. A surety fourth. Slam fifth.
A skillful ride from the 5-time champion jockey Trevor Simpson OD, Salute the Deputy at odds of 9 to 5 registered its second lifetime win, brushing off rivals Four River, Fly Messenger Fly, Lion of Ekati, who finished in 6th position. Race 4 saw a field of 7 line up to face the starter. Awesome Anthony, who ejected the rider at the gates last time out, gets a change in the saddle with the experienced Trevor Simpson OD from post position 4.
Bulletproof Coffee, and we're ready for a start. They're off right away. Breaking on the far side, that's Bazinga getting a flying start, and Bazinga could have the overall lead. Awesome Anthony is right there on the premises. Major Danger is closest to us, and now drifting across on the far side, that's Bulletproof Coffee. It's Bulletproof Coffee, Awesome Anthony, Bazinga, that's where the action is, right there too, that's Sister D. Closest to us, that is Major Danger, so they're spread right across the track. Coming to the 2 furlong pole, it is Awesome Anthony, Bazinga, Awesome Anthony and Bazinga. Sister D is not too far away. Also coming on in the middle, that's Atlantic Convoy, but Bazinga showing a good speed. Awesome Anthony not quitting. Bazinga and Awesome Anthony. Atlantic Convoy begins to come forward nicely too. It's Awesome Anthony in front. Awesome Anthony now gets rid of Bazinga. Awesome Anthony going on and coming on. That's Atlantic Convoy, but Awesome Anthony beats, got tight for second. It looks like Atlantic Convoy and Bazinga going by together, and Sister D in fourth.
Trevor Simpson OD registered back-to-back wins with another impressive ride, stopping the clock at 101 and 2 in front of Atlantic Convoy, Bazinga in third, and Sister D, who completed the top 4. Saturday's 8th event was the day's feature. This was the Eileen Cliggott Memorial Trophy, in honor of Jamaica's first Lady of Racing, who saddled 972 winners in her career. Mahogany, at odds of 1 to 5 with Dane Dawkins in the saddle, headlined a talented field of 5.
Field in line for the Eileen Cliggott Memorial Trophy. They're off. Perfect start. She's My Destiny shows the early speed. Mahogany coupling up and now moving as they leave the 6 to join She's My Destiny, who has a very narrow lead by a head. Some 3 lengths opens up to King Arthur. Curlin's Affair attached to the outside of King Arthur, and Duke just at the back, but no more than 4.5 lengths separates the entire bunch as they charge down the backstretch and make their way toward the half mile. She's My Destiny continues to hold a narrow lead. Mahogany bouncing easy in second. Curlin's Affair is 2 lengths back now on the go as they race past the 7/16. King Arthur back in fourth, and Duke is now fifth as they make their way flashing past the 3. She's My Destiny trying to steal it, leads by 1.5 lengths. Mahogany with the big weight now coming into it as they leave the 5/16. Further back to Curlin's Affair, Duke the Grey on the outside and King Arthur toward the back, but it's She's My Destiny now. Here comes Mahogany kicking in on the outside. She's My Destiny in the battle with the big horse Mahogany, and now Mahogany points. She's My Destiny refusing to quit, showing determination and grit, but Mahogany now kicks away from She's My Destiny as expected and begins to power away from them. It is Mahogany and the champion jockey Dane Dawkins. This is the Eileen Cliggott Memorial Trophy. Mahogany takes it easily in the end by maybe 3. She's My Destiny second, Duke third, Curlin's Affair fourth, King Arthur fifth.
Mahogany made little work of Jason DaCosta's double entry King Arthur and She's My Destiny, clocking an impressive 1 minute 19 and 2/5 of a second over 6.5 furlongs. Race 9 on Saturday was the 8:30 sprint, a 1,000 meters straight event. Wow Wow was a late scratch, reducing the field to 7. Stephen Todd's Kismet was the favorite among the betting, bringing in odds of 3 to 5.
5 furlong straight. This is the 8:30 sprint. Ready for a start. They're off and racing. Breaking over on the far side, that's Lambo Girl and Power of Her Highness. Digital Light breaks smartly in the middle. She's a Mirage is right there too. Sugar Sugar, we can make out, is right there. Over toward the near side, that is a Kismet along with Princess Ifia and Answer My Prayers. They're spread right across the track. Sugar Sugar really traveling well in the middle. It's Sugar Sugar over in the middle. Right there too, that's Kismet. Answer My Prayer is right in the mix. They're darting across as they come towards passing the 2, and it is a war up front. They're spread right across the track. and it is making the runnings. Kismet, and Answer My Prayers. Also there, that's Princess Ifya. Bella is on the premises too. They're coming to the furlong pole. It's Kismet, Bella, and Princess Ifya, and Kismet also there. If Bella is right there too. It's very close. Could be Bella over Kismet. Then comes Princess Ifya, Gally Links, and Sugar.
Christopher Mamdine with a bustling ride at the end to edge Kismet right on the wire by a short head. Princess Ifire was in third. Gally Links finished in fourth position. We take a break now, and when we return, we recap selected races from Sunday, February 5 race card. Welcome back to the Caymanas Park Highlight Show. We continue with races from Sunday, February 5. 9 races were on the card, so let's begin with race 1. This was a 3-year-old and up optional claiming event over a mile. 2 scratches in Dr. Gray and Color Me Tan reduced the already small field of 7 to 5. Spencer Chung's Blood Song was the 1-2 favorite on the board.
For the first of 9. They're off. Master of Hall misses it. At the back early. Bin Laden has charged into an early lead, slipping away by some 2 lengths. Zabertone is chasing, Blood Song attached to his outside as they race past the 7. Biblical Legend is just on the heels of those, and Master of Hall asked to get closer after a poor beginning. They continue their journey on the back stretch. They're about to arrive at the 6, and it is Bin Laden and O'Neill Mullings who sets those fractions. They have a 3-length advantage, maybe 3.5. It's held over Zabertone in the green, joined now by Biblical Legend, overtaking narrowly on the rail. Blood Song tracks them a length and a half down as they leave the 5, and at the back of the field, firmly planted at the back, Master of All. Approaching the final half of a mile, and Bin Laden gets there first with that lead. Zabertone is a length down and asked to pick up by the rider beginning to urge. Biblical Legend is there with Blood Song drawing right alongside as they leave the 7/16th, and Master of All continues to hold the back marker position as the leaders have run past the 3. They're approaching the 5/16th, and Bin Laden attempts to go all the way with that lead. Zabertone now asked to cut into it. Blood Song is shaken hard by the rider. Biblical Legend in the white cap races up next, and Master of Hall has a mountain to climb as they're into the lane now and leave the quarter pole behind them, and Zabertone now comes through to throw down a strong challenge to Bin Laden, who maintains a narrow advantage. But here on the outside is Blood Song now, and Blood Song picks it up with a furlong to run. It is Blood Song out in front. Zabertone not far away. Right there too, that is Bin Laden, and these 3 almost in a line as Blood Song is driven to the max. Here is Zabertone now coming with a kick in between horses. It's a head bob, looks to be Blood Song over Zabertone and Bin Laden. Biblical Legend is 4th, Master of Hall last and 5th.
Leading rider Tevin Foster takes it on the wire by just a head over Awesome Anthony Thomas aboard, Zabertone 2nd. Bin Laden and Biblical Legend finished the top 4. Race 3 was a Mercury Sprint trophy over 5 furlongs or 1,000 meters straight. Anthony Nunez had a double entry from the 1 and 2 box position in this 6-horse field.
They're off for the Mercury Sprint. Curlin's Noon shows speed. Ridgeliner is also right up with the front runners. Roaring Thunder in behind them. Bad Investment races near to us, but Truly Begotten Son is now switched onto the right-hand stick right to the near side fence. They're spread across the course as they come away now toward the final 3. Ridgeliner toward the center may just have that lead, along with a Bad Investment traveling pretty quickly. Truly Begotten Son is the one under the stand fence, and Truly Begotten Son may have the overall advantage from Ridgeliner on the far side. The rider now becoming busy as they skip past the 2 furlong marker. Truly Begotten Son nearest to us, Ridgeliner on the far side. These are the main contenders as they come thundering up now toward the final furlong. Truly Begotten Son, Ridgeliner on the far side, and Ridgeliner now a search and comes away with that lead from Truly Begotten Son under a drive, but can't catch this Ridgeliner. It's the Mercury Sprint, and Ridgeliner and Shavon Townsend. He has a double. They take it. Truly Begotten Son 2nd over Roaring Thunder. Curlin's Noon is 4th.
Dale Murphy's 1-1 favorite passes the post first, stopping the clock at 1 minute and 2 seconds flat. Win margins by 5.5 furlongs in front of Truly Begotten Son in 2nd, Roaring Thunder in 3rd, and Curlin's Noon coming in at 4th. The seventh event was a non-restricted overnight allowance event going 1,200 meters. Robert Halladine aboard Billy Whiz was seeking his third win on the card.
Billy Whiz now in and stays in. Field and line, they're off and racing. Charming Beauty gets a good start wide with press conference. Crimson is on the rail with power alongside. Billy Whiz moving through runners. The head cornerstone and the ring charmer race toward the back of the field. And last of all, held off the fractions, that's Positive ID. Billy Whiz slips through at the mile and gets that lead, quickly going away by a length and increasing it. Power races in second. Charming Beauty is back in third. Press conference zooming down on the outside, overtaking Charming Beauty. So press conference now gets the third over Charming Beauty. Ring charmer a close-up fourth. Toward the outside, the head cornerstone, Crimson racing alongside. As they charge down the back stretch toward the back of the field, it is a Positive ID. Out front, Billy Whiz striding strong as they lead the six, leading up by some almost 4 lengths. Power is racing on the inside. Press conference now nosing in front of Power. Positive ID has made good progress. Ring Charmer is racing up next. Charming Beauty on the outside. Crimson occupies the rail run and the head cornerstone in the white at the back of the field. Still a ways to go. They're about to arrive at the half mile and go running that home turn, and Billy Whiz attempts to go gate to wire with a 3-length lead. Power continues the chase with press conference attached to the outside. Here is Positive ID now beginning to make steady ground. A break up 5 lengths to the head cornerstone. Ring Charmer, that run looks to have petered out. Then Charming Beauty and Crimson at the back with a mountain to climb as they come passing the 5/16. They're coming into the lane, and Positive ID has now shot through and grabs the lead from a tiring Billy Whiz. Power begins a run down against the rail. Toward the outside, that's press conference, but Positive ID holds the lead, getting cracks of that right-hand stick. Now it's switched to the left hand, and Positive ID will have to hold off press conference. Billy Whiz trying to come with a late run. It's Positive ID and a Trevor Simpson OD and Positive ID, and Trevor Simpson will take the 7th by maybe 3 lengths. Press conference just second over Billy Whiz, then the head cornerstone and the Power.
The informed Trevor Simpson OD pilots Michael Marlowe's 45 favorite Positive ID, 4 lengths clear of the trailing press conference, who had to settle for second. Billy Whiz came in third. Race 8 was a non-restricted maiden conditioned event, 5 furlongs straight the distance. Just Move In from the Carl Anthony barn was the favorite heading into this race.
They're often racing. Adina Marsh does everything wrong and as gets rid of the rider, as Just Move In on the far side looks to be holding that lead. Blue Persuasion is right there too. Also there, that's Last Dance. Also in the mix, that's Adenosine, closest to the rail, and now switched for space. That's called the Emperor. Behind those, Nikita B. Then comes Empress Nakilia, another brother. They come toward the 3, passing the 3 now, and it is Just Move In. From right there too, that's Blue Persuasion. Just Move In might just have the overall lead. Also coming on, that's Adenosine. It's still Just Move In. Adenosine closest to us, that's called the Emperor. It's still making the running. Just Move in front. Adenosine begins to take dead aim on Just Move In. Also coming on is called the Emperor. This is a nice finish. It's called the Emperor right against the rail. That looks to assume the lead. Adenosine trying to fight back. Called the Emperor keeping on nicely from Adenosine, and also coming back for more. That's Just Move In. Called the Emperor beats Just Move In. Empress Nakilia, Adenosine, and Blue Persuasion.
A confident ride by Carlos Blake, a late replacement in the saddle for jockey Kawais Gentle, finished in front of the 6-5 favorite Just Move In by over 4 lengths. Sunday's final event on the card was a non-restricted maiden conditioned race for native-bred 4-year-olds and up, 1,000 meters straight the distance. A field of 10 reduced to 9 with Squeak coming in as a late scratch.
5 furlongs straight. They're off. Fair start. Brompton Alex got a good one. Rum Puncher is also showing dash. Love Dub racing toward the far side with a Northern Lady. Nearest to us, KP Choice is right up with the front runners. Talona not too far away to land a blow. But they're making their way now toward the final 3 furlongs. The main contenders, Talona now coming through. KP Choice is right there. Brompton Alex continues to show speed along with a Rum Puncher. These are the main contenders. Great Trick now asked to get into it as they charge toward the final quarter. KP Choice and Talona look to have moved away from the rest. Lacrima is shaken hard. Brompton Alex close enough if good enough along with Rampuncha. Love Dub over toward the far side, but it's turning into a two-horse race, and KP Choice just has that lead over Talona. It's KP Choice being pushed out inside the final 16. Talona chasing, but it's all in vain. KP Choice and Andre Powell will take the 9th and final by 2. Talona is second. Could be Lacrima over Rampuncha. Love Dub is 5th.
A good win for Andre Powell to close out the final race on Sunday's card, beating the favorite Talona and giving trainer Kevin Henry his second win on the day. As we recap another exciting weekend of racing, it was highlighted by Mahogany's impressive win in the Eileen Cliggott Memorial Trophy on Saturday, and Trevor Simpson's masterful ride aboard Positive ID in Race 7 on Sunday. This has been another edition of the Caymanas Park Highlight Show. See you next time.